half of that Supreme Court was in the hip pocket of the Hoover administration, still left over. They thought they were going to get a free ride and a free decision. Sitting at the Duquesne Club in Pittsburgh, the Union Club in Philadelphia, out on their country clubs and their yachts, smoking big cigars, laughing about this whole thing. They got a surprise. Supreme Court says, hey, Mr. Steel Industry, you kiss our ass. That's the law, and you're going to go and meet with those people, and you're going to put them back to work, and you're going to give them back pay, and you're going to negotiate this agreement. And thank God that happened. Because it was shortly after that that we came together as a nation in a war effort and made the greatest productions that nobody could ever believe take place in order to support our brothers and sisters who were fighting a war, from airplane production to tank production to gun production and such, only because the Union was cooperative with the understanding of the value of that flag and understanding that victory. But there's a culture in my hometown. My hometown, when you went to a bar, a shot of beer and whiskey, had a beer and a shot of whiskey, sometimes a couple beers. But under there was a back of that bar. This is a Union bar. Went down and got a haircut, Union haircut. Labor Day was a big festival. The unions used to yell at the International, we don't care what you say, we're taking our money, we're having a big Labor Day picnic. We're going to have chicken, we're going to have hams, we're going to have hot dogs, we're going to have a good time. People come together. In my local, I was fortunate, I was in a big local, 12,000 workers, 7 miles long. We didn't have a softball team, we had a softball league. 14 teams, shirts and hats, balls and bats. We didn't have a golf team, we had a golf league. 10 teams. In my county, there's 3 bowling alleys. Our local union tied up two bowling alleys twice a week with bowling leagues from our local unions. And what was it? What were people doing? They were together. You took their lunchbox and walked down the mill together. You walked down the hill, you walked in the mill, Joe walked with you, Mary walked with you, you all walked in the mill together. You walked out of the mill together. You went bowling together. You played ball together. Your kids went to school together. They walked to school. 1959, when they had the strike, it was a big celebration. It was a ceremony. High school band came down at 11 o'clock at night, true story. The mayor came down, 3 cars out in front. The union officers came out of the hall, big hip hip parade speech. We all get in line and along. Thousands of people walked down the main street carrying the flag. High school band, the mayor, etc. Put the flag in a hole in the picket line. We're here to stand. We're here to fight. Because it was about health care in 1959. We didn't have health care at the club. Workers had it. Mom and Pop and the kids didn't have it. We made our stand. Made our stand. And all over America, 13 corporations, 397,000 steelworkers did that same thing. That same night. They did it in Uniontown. They did it in McKeesport. They did it in Bethlehem, PA. They did it in Coatesville. They did it everywhere. Front page stories all over the world. About power of the people. We created a culture. Today, you walk in, we don't have those same things. Our culture's changed, our people's changed. Some of our own successes, we forgot how to keep all that. But it's a new world for you. What you heard today by Darren is really where you have to go. So we really, really have to go in this labor movement. As much as I'm reluctant, I'm probably the last one that was, looking at a computer all day in order to get votes is like drives you crazy. But that's where we have to go to become competitive. There's a lot being said today that we're not fighting back about that we wouldn't tolerate in the past. We would fight back. To me, I think you got a great president in America. Okay? I'm tired that so many people get hypnotized by bullshit, the 3 Stooges I call them, Beck, O'Reilly, and the other guy, Rush. I call them the 3 Stooges. Mo, Larry, and Shrimp. You know, like guys hitting guys in the eyes, hitting on the head. That's what they are, 3 Stooges. And here we are thinking they're gods, people listening, that they're with their sense. It doesn't matter with us. We got to change that. Nobody's going to change it. Your international president is going to change it. Jerry McAfee ain't going to change it, and Eddie Hill ain't going to change it. And there's Billy George. The heart and soul of what we're going to change America is in this room. What you see in those tapes about in the history of the great elections, I look at many faces I see, for over the years you were there. You were leaders in making that happen. That has to happen again. Has to happen in a new style. We can't be reluctant to sit back and say, oh, I'm too old to change. We got to move. We got to move quick. I'll give you an example why I'm disappointed. Darren talked up here and said, hey, Obama, during the election, McCain only did this, Obama did this, and how he used the internet and such. Man, what a great story. I'm so mad at Obama's messaging today, I want to choke him. I can't believe a guy can raise that much money and outdo his candidate 5-1 and be so naive and so dumb about his messaging today. And by the way, what I'm telling you, I did a two-paragraph, what's his name, Axel, Hotrod, the administrative assistant. What's the most kindergarten thing about politics? What makes you get excited and vote is change that helps you, right? And for the state of Pennsylvania, and I'll just use our state of Pennsylvania as an example, the Obama administrations and the Democrats in the Senate and the House have taken plane loads of money to the tune of $27 billion and dropped it off here in Pennsylvania. $27 billion. $1 billion more than the total budget last year, the entire state. Last year's budget, if I'm right, Billy, 26.5 in 2009 and 2010. I think that whole year is about 26 billion. Right, Rick? In that area category? Federal stimulus money in Pennsylvania is 27 billion. Probably up to about 209,000 jobs directly involved. Indirectly, it's probably 607,000. When FDR created jobs, he created federal agencies. When you used to work for the federal government, come out of depression, that's why when you was a kid or you heard your dad talk about the story when he came home, they had Jesus Christ on one side of the dining room, on the other they had FDR. Because it was survival. Soup on the floor, and meals on the table, paying for the rent, a little bit of electricity, a little bit of heat. Today, we got the same thing, and out of the 209,000, I can't find 1,000 that know they're being paid by the stimulus. 502 school districts in the state, and a lot of you represent school districts. Other than 20% of their entire workforce has been paid for the last 6 months, and will to the end of the year by the stimulus money. This university, $110 million UPMC. You ask any professor, anybody that's working out there cutting the lawn, ask anybody that's a director here, geez, don't you guys thank Congress and Obama for getting $110 million? What are you talking about? My friends in Pittsburgh, I go to Subway. They're bragging about the subway building. They've been building it for 3 years under the river. So about 8 months ago, that's what made us have these 2 conferences, try to educate people where the stimulus money's coming from. I'm standing on the street, I know a couple of guys. Hi Joe, hi Mike, how you doing? Boom, 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 working. Yeah, we're working, man. Things are bad for our local, but we're working. Well, it's good you had Obama and the stimulus money. What the hell are you talking about? I've been working for Mascara, the contractor, for 2 years. That's what my check says, Mascara. It don't say nothing about stimulus money, and that's his problem. That's his problem. $1 trillion he's giving away, and nobody says thank you because they don't know it's coming from him.